Alright, so to do this type of problem where you have to annotate the image, you can just print the screen, grab a screenshot of it, and then right in the tool that comes up on Windows when you do a screenshot, there's a lot of different annotation tools. With these, the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out what the contacts are doing every time one of these lines on either the side or the front meets an edge. You need to continue that unit onto the next edge. So in this case, we have some contacts up here that meet this edge, but then these over here are parallel to the top right edge. That means that the contacts on top are also going to be parallel to the top right edge. So I'm going to grab a line tool and finish up each contact. This is annoyingly in the way. So each contact just finishes with a single line. That's going to be true on everything you do except plunging folds. And in plunging folds, they do curve, but they're the only ones that curve. So that's it for the contacts. And then the next thing to think about is what kind of structure is this so that we can add the structural symbol. We have a repeated pattern of oldest to youngest and then back to oldest. Whenever we see a mirrored pattern, we should think folds. And in this particular case, we're looking at a syncline because we have the youngest in the middle. Now, normally synclines would dip towards the center from both directions, but these are all dipping the same direction. We've got a reversal of stratigraphy here with younger being under older, which tells us that this is an overturned fold. So we put the axis parallel to the contacts right down the middle right here. This should be a straight line. I'm going to change that out to make it a straight line, and maybe I'll do these in red. So you put the axis down the middle, and then for the arrows on your fold symbol here, because every fold symbol has to have arrows, arrows always point in the down direction. This is a syncline, so the arrows should be pointing towards the line. It's overturned, so both the arrows point in the same direction towards the line. And then because it's an overturned, you also get this U symbol on here. Ooh, that was bad. You get this U symbol on here. There would be a fold, a clear fold axis down here, but we just don't see that in our diagram. So that's something like that's your fold symbol. If you can't do it any cleaner than that, that's okay. Just do the best you can. And then the last thing that we want to do is add our strikes and dips. Strike lines will always be parallel to the main lines. You know, I cannot make these straight to save my life. So I'm just going to do strike line parallel to the main line. And then for this side of the fold, we have oldest on top of youngest, which means that they're overturned. I keep my little dip symbol pointing in the downwards direction, but I put a little U on the other side of it. So that's an overturned syncline, or overturned limb. And then on the other limb, the other side of the fold axis, I can do another strike symbol parallel to these lines on the map, and then a normal strike symbol perpendicular to that. What this would look like a little bit cleaner would be a symbol that looks like that, pointing in the down direction. And again, if they're a little bit messy, that's okay. Just make sure it's clear that they're angled in the right direction. Then you can save it. I'm just going to save it under downloads or screen. I'll just do downloads because I know where to find that. And then you go back to the assignment and you come to your upload tab and you can upload that screenshot that you just saved. And that's that.